in the Edo State, in Anambra State. You are bringing shame to your people. If Lagos Port can work, why is one in your state not working? It's been how many years now? Please, wake up. Let's go to our last story for today. Our time is we spent. Now, Dangote, you heard it. Dangote has exported its first petrol shipment to the US. Nigeria's Dangote Refinery has achieved a major milestone by exporting its first shipment of petrol to the United States. A 320,000 barrel cargo that underscores the facility's ability to meet stringent international fuel standards.
Wow.
Now, stop. Now, if
no, why Lupeng is crying? This news is not complete until you say why Lupeng is crying. Dangote has exported. No, because we need to talk about this.
Hold on. Let's go back. Let's just go back a bit. Let's go back a bit. Now, this is private business.
Yes.
We are looking for how to get FX into the country. So imagine if we have 4 or 5 of this and they are doing this.
Imagine if we have 5 other refineries doing this.
The government won't be so burdened the way we are burdening the government right now to getting FX all the way from CBN. So some months ago, Doc was here and we're looking at and asking ourselves this question. Some people were saying his fuel was bad, substandard. And the same people that happen to be the benchmark people are not the one asking him to please, let's import your fuel. What's the way and fastest way forward to resolve Lupeng Dangote issue without getting involved in this? Because he's not going to do the separate issue again.
Well, I don't understand what Lupeng mean anyway. I think he said it very clearly yesterday that he doesn't know what exactly they want. He didn't want to go into retail, but he also cannot allow his business to sink.
Bam.
Because of some very few people. If you say you're fighting for workers, that his drivers earn more than the Lupeng people. And if they have anything contrary to it, they can show. They have better condition of service. They are well trained.
Bam.
And that is what it is. But you know, there was a statement he made yesterday that really got me stunned. And he said, it's only in Nigeria that somebody who did not book a flight will go to the airport and will be shouting that you want to be on board.
One time.
So it's so damning. And this is the and this is
Are
the
you
point.
saying what I think you're saying?
Yes. Did you build the refinery? Did you
No, not there. Not
dare you?
that side.
It's funny, but that is what it is.
Yes.
You just drive into the airport. You have not pre-booked, and you just insist that you must enter this plane and you must fly.
Do you know?
And you will be shouting on top of your voice.
Do you know who I am?
This is the environment
Don't go there, please. Let's focus on Dangote.
where we are. And I think that is the point he was trying to make.
Okay.
And he was saying that you don't want this fuel. He has market. As a matter of fact, he said many people don't even know this kind of sacrifice that they are making for this nation. Now, whether we like it or not, in the neighboring countries, fuel sell higher than it's selling in Nigeria. So if they decide to say they want to sell fuel in Nigeria, it's because they love Nigeria and they want to contribute to the success of Nigeria. And I think really the enemy of the people is actually those illegal associations. And what are they struggling after? It's not for the good of all of us.
Not all.
It is the levy that they collect from this driver that is their problem.
Okay. While Benja, we need your very short final thought. We are almost running out of time. Also, in the news yesterday, we also got to find out that the amount of tax coming from that particular conglomerate alone is almost 52 something percent. Well, we are looking forward to having more of this kind of conglomerate. Your final thoughts, please.
Well, Dangote should not complain about government taking 52% from him, because he also exploited the country in a lot of ways, using first mover allowances to bypass paying taxes for a long time before this SOUQ got done. Let me use it. You know, your name SOUQ and then SOUQ. You know, before the SOUQ became done. So he cannot now be complaining. He got a lot of leverages from the government. So if the government is trying, there is nobody in this whole world, in the entire world, who will say they borrowed $20 billion to do a business, and before the business sold its first liter of fuel, that they have been able to pay back that loan. Nobody in this world. But we saw the magic happen with Dangote. So let him not now complain. Let it not now seem as though he's doing the country favor. The country has done him a lot more favor in the past. What I want to see, just like you have rightly quoted, is that let's see more competition. Let other big players in Bua, Beto, who are trying to do their own refinery, let us not now stifle them using the gimmicks of government, because one is already working, and then that one that is already working doesn't want to see the other work. We saw how when he started making the 45 MPA cement, and then he uses his connection with government to stifle those who were making, what was that one that the other company was making? I think 45 MPA, then is it 30 or 15? And then they almost banned that one. So we want competition in that space. It is good that it's exporting to the US. 320 barrel is, or 320,000 barrel is like half of the total production capacity. So we still have 330,000 barrel for local supply, and which will go a long way. So I give him kudos, and I like the fact that he called the bluff of NUPENG. NUPENG, like Doctor has said, has no right, trying to force Dangote driver. 4,000 drivers are enough to form their own independent association without necessarily joining with NUPENG. NUPENG only wants the money that they will be collecting, just like the Agberos in the various garages collect money and make our transportation cost expensive across the country. But it's a good one. It can only get better. When they are trying to condemn the government that the government is collecting 52% of the loan, they are forgetting to remind us of how the government magnanimously gave them tax waivers for several years to import a lot of things in the country that even killed a lot of business in other areas for other Nigerians. And then now that the government wants to recoup its investment, and with that 52%, it's not like they are not making a lot of money, that is more than their competitors in other big climes of the world. There was a report in 2017 where it was said that in the whole world, Dangote is the only cement company that made double-digit profit. That year, they made, I think, 16 or 17% profit. PPC China, the largest cement manufacturer in the world, that is like 12 or 23 times of Dangote in terms of capacity for production, only made 4% that particular year in question. So it shows to you that Nigeria has been favorable to them. So let them not come and say, oh, they are paying this tax, and that is why they must, squeeze our throat as a Nigerian. The government has squeezed our throat enough for them to be able to take off. And so if the government is taking the money back to plow back into the economy so that the economy can get better, we all have to do our own part and let those cabal, also look at other ways to start their own refinery, because Dangote was part of the cabal at one point or the other before he started his own.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, baby. If we let you, we won't leave here today. So hey, remember,
I thought you don't want to leave here.
Remember, I have to leave. Our time is we've overshot.
Yes.
I want to say thank you to everyone out there. Remember, Dangote is just one person who is running a conglomerate, and we want to see more of this. So imagine if we have 10 of this kind of companies growing this big. We want to see Africa do well. My name is Chooks, John Rogers Chooks. Remember, be nice. And for those 4,000 drivers, please don't start an association. Thank you. Swift.
All right, they say 10 good friends cannot play together for 10 good years. So it means that every business idea you have, and you need to put it together and make the best of it. Have a beautiful day and make the best of whatever you are doing. My name is Swift Aderito, and join us tomorrow from 8 to 10 where we discuss all the issues you want to talk about.
J-Doc.
Thank you so very much. The more the merrier. We need the $10 and the Tony Lumelus, the Jimovias of this world to get their hands into some of all these areas.
Yes.
And the more people participate, the better Nigerians will become. And of course, our economy, we can grow. India is talking about $5 trillion economy. And I think Nigerians should not just rest at 1 trillion.
Yes.
So we can do, and because we have all it takes, the resources is here, people are here. Let's support those who are doing well, and that's the way to go. If we love success, success will come to you.
Okay, to everybody out there, I want to say thank you very much. And for all of us on this table, production, backstage, and all of us in this TV and the radio, I want to say thank you very much to our own very chairman, Ambassador Victor Oluwafemi Wash. And once again, we say, have yourself a beautiful, beautiful, happy birthday. Bye.
Think like that, because it's the mind that links to, first of all, the rebranding.
First said it's going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigerian content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations start looking at getting their staff involved in this market, why to keep for their staff.
Within this side, let's also learn see something. This is SOUQ business landscape.
There's one man who has consistently been a household name, an index of reference in the business arena. The name Aliko Dangote apparently stands tall. The Africa's richest man clearly benchmarks success, wealth, and prosperity. His official love and passion for business are quite phenomenal. These can be traced to his background. Born in April 10, 1957 to Maria Sanusi Dantata and Mohammed Dangote, his maternal ancestors were prosperous caravan traders under British colonial rule, and his grandfather, Alhaji Sanusi Dantata, was a commodity trader. Dangote's grandfather was heavily involved in his upbringing and helped ignite his entrepreneurial spirit. For Dangote, one would ever assume his wealth was handed out or easily channeled, being an offspring of Dantata, or his success didn't come through daydreaming. Dangote complemented inherited fortune with deliberate hard work and innovation to pave his way to the top. Those who knew Dangote while growing up would not be surprised at his outstanding success. At age 8, Dangote uses pocket money to buy sweets, which he and others sell for a profit. Everything big in life starts from little. Taking a clue from these, Dangote, from a seed loan of 500,000 obtained from his uncle, started business, which he traded commodities and business supplies, primarily cement. By 1981, his firm was successful that he had incorporated other businesses and established the Dangote Group. His empire extended to foodstuffs, including sugar, salt, wheat, cement, haulage, and other business concerns. Among his holdings were Dangote Industries, Dangote Bale Nigeria, Dangote Cement PLC, Benue Cement Company PLC, Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC, Dangote Flour Mill, Nascent Ally Industries PLC. In addition to his holdings in Nigeria, the Dangote Group has operations in several African countries. With these giant strides in the business arena, Dangote will forever be grateful to his grandfather for giving him wings to fly. According to Forbes, an American business magazine, Dangote remains the richest man in Africa with an estimated fortune of $13.9 billion. Dangote is one Nigeria decorated with honors as well. His urine service, huge investment, also got him both local and international recognitions. Like the Guardian Man of the Year in 2015, he won the 2016 African Business Leader Award organized published by the African American Institute, Dangote was cited as one of the top most influential Africans by the New African magazine in 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2019. He was recently conferred with the prestigious award of the National Order of the Lion by the President of Senegal. When it comes to breaking jinx, Dangote has it in full measures. He took his pioneering and jinx-breaking adventure to another dimension, the unveiling of the $20 billion refinery, widely adjudged as the largest SOUQ-trained petrochemical refinery in the world. The refinery has the total capacity of 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day and is expected to earn as much as $21 billion in annual income. Situated on 2,500 hectares site at the Lekki Free Trade Zone, Lagos, it is supplied with crude oil by the largest subsea pipeline infrastructure in the world. When fully in operation, the refinery will provide 135,000 permanent jobs in the region. When it comes to family life, Dangote seems to, however, prefer maintaining a low profile. He got married to Zainab in 1977 but divorced at an unknown date. He was later married to Maria Mohammed Rufai. Dangote has 3 daughters named Alima, Maria, Fatima, and he also adopted his son. Dangote is one grounded authority that combines rare intelligence with self-effacing demeanor, a persona that naturally makes kindness. Like an eagle, Dangote's foresight and unusual business acumen make him a rare to come by. Though he owns chains of business in Nigeria and across Africa, the quest by this uncommon risk taker to conquer more business territories may not wane anytime soon.
Is one filled with men and women willing to die with risk. And when we seek African business shapers, we see individuals who have denied self to build conglomerates. From controlling over 90% of diesel trade in Nigeria, to almost throwing in the towel, then getting on the Forbes list, we present Olufemi Peter Otedola. Nigerian businessman and philanthropist was born in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, on the 4th of November 1962, into the family of late Sir Michael Otedola, the governor of Lagos State from 1992 to 1993. The University of Lagos Staff School, Akuka, welcomed Olufemi for his primary education and secondary education at Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo. Olufemi proceeded to Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, for his first degree, graduated and joined the family printing press business, working hard and gaining experience. Femi Otedola ventured out starting Center Force Limited. The company focused on finance, investment, and trading. The oil and gas sector was Femi Otedola's next port of call. From quite a very humble beginning in the oil and gas sector, utilizing connections and networks of family and friends, he cultivated partnerships in diesel supply chain, Him being the last man to the final consumer, challenges breed opportunities, and in Femi's case, it was a late delivery of diesel from his supplier with a broken truck, and he caught the idea. He could do better and provide better services. He ventured into diesel supply business, buying diesel from a retailer and supplying to companies. Femi Otedola encountered several difficulties securing the supply and timely meeting the demands of his growing clients. This definitely was an opportunity he identified in the fuel retail market. Otedola secured the finance, and Zenon Petroleum and Gas Limited was born, petroleum products marketing and distribution company. Otedola, owner and chairman of Zenon, in 2004 invested 15 billion naira in downstream infrastructure development and acquired storage depots at Ibafo, Apapa, as well as 4 cargo vessels, amounting to a combined total storage capacity of 147,000 metric tons. Zenon Petroleum and Gas Limited also acquired a fleet of 100 DAF fuel tanker trucks. By 2005, Zenon controlled a major share of the Nigerian diesel market, supplying fuel to most of the major manufacturers in the country, including Dangote Group, Cadbury, Coca-Cola, Nigerian Breweries, MTN, Unilever, Nestle, and Guinness. Zenon Petroleum and Gas was the name on major invoices, and Femi Otedola the name on every lips, playing toe-to-toe with major multinationals. Zenon, in a very short period, silenced the competition and almost unilaterally determined the price of diesel in Nigeria. The competitors came to Zenon for supply. Femi Otedola, with the massive success Zenon Petroleum and Gas achieved, bought a 28.7% stake in African Petroleum. Otedola branched into the financial sector and aggressively stocked up the shares of leading financial houses. He became a top shareholder in Zenith Bank, United Bank for Africa, and the largest importer of diesel in Nigeria. He acquired major shares of Africa's Finance Corporation, Mobil Oil Nigeria Limited, Chevron Texaco, and Visa Phone. Otedola has his hands deep in real estate investments, including an acquisition in February 2007 by Zenon of Sterling House in Victoria Island, Lagos from the federal government. Lagos, London, Dubai, Monaco all have the signatures of FO Property Limited. He was appointed chairman of the Transcorp Hilton Hotel Abuja and tasked with driving its expansion and upgraded to a 7-star facility. Otedola has served as a member of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Council since 2004. Was appointed by President Goodluck Jonathan to Nigeria's National Economic and Management Team. Otedola is chief executive and president of the Seaforth Shipping Company Limited and was at one point Nigeria's largest ship owner after extending control over the distribution of diesel products. One of his ships, a flat-bottom bunker vessel with a storage capacity of 16,000 metric tons, was the first of its kind in Africa. In January 2006, Otedola was appointed a non-executive director of Transnational Corporation of Nigeria PLC, a multi-sectoral conglomerate established in 2004 by then President Olusegun Obasanjo to respond to market opportunities requiring heavy capital investment in Nigeria and across sub-Saharan Africa. He held this post until February 2011. Otedola was appointed chairman and chief executive of African Petroleum in 2007 through the acquisition of controlling stake in the business. Following Otedola's entry into the company, African Petroleum's share price rose sharply, increasing the market capitalization from 36 billion to 217 billion naira in 6 months. In March 2009, Otedola became the second Nigerian after Aliko Dangote to appear on the Forbes list of dollar-denominated billionaires with an estimated net worth of $1.2 billion. Otedola announced a move to upgrade African Petroleum's liquefied petroleum gas storage terminals in Lagos, Kano, and Port Harcourt in October 2009. Harsh economic conditions necessitated by the slump in the oil prices and credit squeeze of 2008-09 led African Petroleum to record a loss in 2009. With the world oil price crash came difficult moments for Zenon and Otedola. He was very close to complete bankruptcy.
I said to myself, I was not going to have friends and enemies. I was going to have only competitors. I had 2 options: commit suicide or weather the storm.
African Petroleum rebranded in December 2010, changed its name to Fort Oil PLC. Otedola paid his near $1 billion debt and invested in the financial industry, making him a top shareholder in Zenith Bank and United Bank for Africa. Otedola restructured the business, focusing on technology and improved corporate governance. And in 2012, Fort Oil returned to profit. Otedola financed 57% of Fort Oil subsidiary, Imperial Limited, which acquired the 414 megawatt Geregu power plant for $232 million in 2013. Fort Oil improved financial position and diversification into power generation resulted in a 1,321% rise in its share price. The first half of 2014 saw the company's pre-tax profit more than double year on year to 4.1 billion naira. Revenue growth for the whole year was 33%. Fort Oil sold 70% of its equity to Swiss commodity trader Mercurial Energy Group in September 2015, giving Fort access to global commodity markets. The deal was thought to have given Otedola an estimated $200 million. In 2019, Femi Otedola sold Fort Oil PLC and announced plans to change focus from oil to power with his company, Geregu Power PLC. Geregu Power PLC became the first power generation company to list on Nigerian Stock Exchange, demonstrating to stakeholders in the sector how they can fix financing and make profits sustainably. The company's market capitalization is now 726.75 billion naira, and the share price now 290.7 naira from the 2.5 billion shares that were listed at 100 naira each. Otedola, the chairman of Geregu Power, sold down a Geregu stake to bring on institutional investors. In October 2021, Femi Otedola was announced as the single largest shareholder of First Bank PLC. FBN Holdings, the parent company of First Bank Limited, witnessed a commendable 437.9 billion naira surge in market capitalization. FBN Holdings appointed billionaire Femi Otedola as the new chairman of its board of directors, effective January 31st, 2024. Femi Otedola has had its share of controversies. Zena was among the number of companies named in an alleged fuel subsidy scam report. This was followed by a case against Farouk Lawan for bribery. Otedola has also lost in the ever-evolving competing space of business acquisitions. Transcorp and Wulili Power Plant are two notable projects he closely bidded and lost. Femi Otedola philanthropy is quite remarkable. Otedola made a 300